feels like we stole one. But similar to Chicago the other night, we played well enough in the fourth to get back in it and guarded well enough to take the lead there. But surprised he took that down too. He's a downhill attack guy, and even with that, Durant had a tip that he kind of bobbled, so we got a little bit lucky there.
Why has it been a struggle defensively in the first three quarters of the last couple of games?
It just seems like we're following teams around too much to start. They're getting too comfortable. For instance, Burks tonight, he's a guy that's obviously going to take on the scoring load with Bogdanovic and some guys out. And his first two shots that he made were catch and shoot threes. We know he's a guy that is a rhythm guy. We want to make him put it down and be uncomfortable. And so things like that get teams going, get guys confidence. And it just feels like we're being a little bit too reactive to start instead of the hungry defensive team that we were early in the season, and kind of putting teams back on their heels. And it's a bad trend that we obviously need to change.
Is it too simplistic to say you haven't had Dylan or Tari the last couple of games? Is that an excuse for why the defense has fallen off a little bit?
I mean, there are two of our better guys that have tremendous versatility and defensive acumen, and so you're going to obviously miss some there with those guys out, but guys have stepped up all throughout the season, and we've, even when we haven't played well enough, we've been in games and had chances to win. So if you show you can guard in the fourth quarters like we did against Chicago and tonight, you just got to bring that from the start, and so no real excuse there. I think we have enough depth and talent on that side of the ball to be better than we have been.
Are you worried at all about fatigue, just having to play an overtime game and then having to, fight really hard in all the other games this road trip?
Yeah, I mean, we ran guys longer in that second half, especially for Eddie, didn't come out at all, and so obviously on the night where you expend all that energy and you got a back-to-back coming up, it's part of it. But at that point, you have to rely on other guys and hopefully get some guys back to help out there. But yeah, it's a part of it. But everybody goes through it in the NBA. Boston just had an overtime game and didn't bounce back well against Milwaukee last night. So it is what it is. Everybody has to face it, and that's why you have depth and guys that you trust.